So you're aimlessly walking around the Marion grounds, but you want to find a place to just park it for the U.S. Open. Well, the USGA recommends one of over 15,000 grandstand seats situated around the course. Here's a few of them you may want to keep in mind. In 1923, an 11-year-old boy here at Baker Bowl caught a foul ball that went into the stands. At that time, though, police arrested him, detained him overnight before a local judge determined that the ball that boy caught was a souvenir. And from that moment on, in every ballpark in America, fans were permitted to keep a ball that went into the stands. Now to football. Analyze the Eagles draft history, and you will see that they have selected just 3 receivers in the first round over the last 30 years. Kenny Jackson, Freddie Mitchell, and Jeremy Maclin. The first 2 players had short-lived NFL careers. Macklin's shelf life may have lost a few years after he tore his ACL during training camp, and his health has created uncertainty entering free agency. Derek Gunn discussed that and more with Maclin in this exclusive Gun-on-One conversation. It never squashed his desire to play sports again. He'd eventually return to the field with the support of a prosthetic leg. It took small steps to get here, but perhaps the biggest leap was made possible with these yellow fluorescent shoelaces. Believe it or not, selling these helped raise enough money to cover the family's enormous medical costs. Thanks for making Wells Fargo Sports Night part of your Monday night. Alongside Danny Pommells, I'm John Bork. Super Bowl 48 is creeping closer. We'll have the news out of New York, but right off the top of the deck, we turn over an 8. And if you're looking for a team to cheer for here in the city of brotherly love, then why not Minnesota? A school that loves the Riley brothers. There's 3 of them on the Gophers roster, with a sister, Caitlin, who recently committed to play at Penn State. If Fred Shiro was imposing before, well, consider him now. 8 feet tall, 1,200 pounds, and a stare every bit as intimidating as the teams he coached. Despite the criticism, you're much more behaved and refined than 70 years ago. And that brings us back here to the sports complex in the shadows of Citizens Bank Park. Many of us remember our first game at Veterans Stadium, where the Phillies called home for 33 seasons. The structure itself was demolished in 2005, but did you know there are bronze markers for home plate, the pitcher's rubber, and all 3 bases in the parking lot? Check it out next time you're at the corner of Broad and Pattison. Well, together the Phillies and Marlon Byrd go back to 1999. The organization drafted him, developed him, and then dealt him to the Washington Nationals in 2005. After signing with the Phils in the offseason, Byrd has now flown full circle. John Clark has more on the veteran outfielder from Clearwater.